I've been receiving different versions of international students who have applied for Polish visas. What I mean here is the Polish student visa, and I want to let you know that the Polish student visa application, which is the Schengen visa, not really the Schengen visa, the D-type visa or the national visa, which is the D-type, is not the same, all right? Those applying from Abuja have different sets of, let me say, questions, and those applying from South Africa has different set of questions. Meanwhile, those applying from Turkey and Dubai and other places and those from Ethiopia also have theirs, all right? So if you must apply for a student visa to Poland or if you must pass through the Polish embassy, understand that they might ask you questions, all right? There might be questions from the visa official that are going to be asked you, all right? The visa official is going to ask you some questions if you are going to study in Poland. So you have to be ready and prepared, all right? Because you are now going to the battlefield. I used to tell students that there is no easy visa nowadays, all right? Most of these countries that you have to apply for visas, you have to be ready to face the battle because everything nowadays is like a battle. When you are going to a battlefield, you have to be ready, all right? So if you must step into the Polish embassy's premises, you should be ready and know that you are going to get questions. Now, I will give you some of the sample questions that you can be asked, all right? Someone was telling me it is difficult to apply for visas from Abuja. Yes, I'm aware of that, but I don't know how I can sort that. I know people are applying. Some are getting rejections, while others are getting the visas, all right? And others are also applying from Pretoria, South Africa. Some are applying from Turkey, while others are applying from Dubai. Right now, I don't think there is an appointment for Dubai, but probably in the days ahead. So if you must apply to Poland, understand that there is a bigger influx. Let me say, the influx into Poland nowadays from international students or by international students, it is getting everything mixed up, all right? A lot of students are moving to Poland, so you might not book an appointment if you are late. So if you must move to Poland, try to consult the embassy's website as fast as possible, as early as possible, so that you book your appointment and organize your documents. Pay attention to your proof of funds because it is a very important question. Now, moving further to the visa interview questions at the Polish embassy in Nigeria. If you must apply from Nigeria, understand that things are not usually the same, all right? Something that happens maybe 3 months from now will not be the same next year, all right? But these are some of the questions you should expect if you must step into the premises of the embassy, the Polish embassy in Abuja. Now, expect questions like this. The first question you should know is, if you are being sponsored by someone, try to know the person's name, all right? Know who is your sponsor, know his first name, know his surname, know his given name, know where he lives, all right? Know what he does for a living. Remember, this person is your sponsor. If you are showing the bank statement of your sponsor, you should be able to defend yourself that you know every detail for your sponsor. You know everything with regards to his name, his account, where he works, and things like that. Because if you fail to answer a question asked by the visa official or the embassy official to you, you would be in serious problems because you cannot get someone to sponsor you. Someone cannot be sponsoring you that you do not know his name, you don't know his banking details, you don't know what he does for a living, all right? You don't know where he works and stuff like that. Understand, if you are the one, what will you think? So you have to know all these details, all right? If you are going to the embassy, make sure you know these things. The next question you should expect to get, all right, is the embassy might ask you. Remember, these things I'm telling you, they are not fixed, all right? They are different. You have just probably maybe 3 to 4 minutes or maximum 4 minutes to answer these questions. The embassy official may brought out the map of Europe, all right, or maybe the map of the world. You understand? Ask for your nationality and tell you to identify your country among that map. You shouldn't fail to do that. There was one time I saw something online, an influencer was saying that he doesn't know a country exists in Africa like Comoros during this just ended African Cup of Nations that took place in Cameroon. So I was like, is this an influencer? How can you say you are an influencer and you do not know a country in Africa? You should tell me you do not know the capital, but they shouldn't call an African country and you say you do not know it exists in Africa. No, that is wrong. You should always try to identify the countries in Africa, and again know that the map can be the map of Europe, all right, and you would be asked to identify where Poland is, all right. If they don't ask you to say, maybe show us where Poland is on this map, they will obviously ask you, show us where Germany is, France is, Belgium is. These are the neighbors to Poland, all right, or maybe ask for another country. So it is not compulsory. I didn't say this can be asked, but these are some of the things that when you neglect, you may be shocked that they will table them before you at the embassy, all right. So pay attention to things like this, please, so that you do not get mixed up when you are asked. I know a lot of students will usually run into problems. I have been to the Turkish embassy and the German embassy. I know what I'm saying, all right. The embassy is very trickish and you never can tell, but at least know the basic things that are needed, that you need to know, all right. Again, this is another type of question that can be asked from you. They may bring out a maths question, maybe say what is 2 plus 2, what is 5 plus 9, all right. They may ask you what is the cube root of 9. They may ask you what is the square root of this, all right. Know these basic things, especially things related to board maths, all right. I hope you understand what board maths is. Let them not say what is 5 times 5 and you are not able to defend yourself. Things like that, basic mathematics, you should know them, all right. Because I know these things are somehow difficult to some people, but if you are going to the embassy, like I said, anything can happen. You can get a positive feedback and you can get a negative feedback when it comes to the Polish embassy. Remember, like I said, a lot of students are moving to Poland nowadays. So to limit the number of people moving in, they need the best people to move to Poland, all right? So there will be possible means to look for means to select. So if you are not selected, know that you are the cause. Well, probably sometimes you may not be the cause, but things do happen somehow. So you have to pay attention to that, all right, and get ready and prepare. Again, they might ask you why you want to travel, all right, especially if you are, let me say, travel during the pandemic. Understand that the pandemic is a serious situation. You should be able to defend yourself. For example, if your course is computer sciences, biology, electrical engineering, or engineering courses or science-related courses that entails or needs you to attend practical lessons or laboratory exercises, understand that if you are asked why you want to travel, you should be able to defend yourself by saying that because of my laboratory exercises, my course needs a lot of laboratory stuff, therefore I need to be present. I hope you get the point. Defend yourself that way. But if you are studying something like management and all the rest, you should look for another means to defend yourself that does not involve calculation, does not involve laboratory exercises, all right? Because sometimes they may ask you, why do you want to travel at this time? Whereas your course is, they have said now is the pandemic, why do you want to travel, all right? Again, if your university says that you shouldn't travel, we are going to teach you online. Make sure you take what your university is saying, because automatically the embassy is going to verify the information, all right? Give them what you know is right. Do not give them something when they come back to ask you and you are like, say, no, it doesn't function that way. Automatically, you are telling them you are never serious and you are not serious. Therefore, they will reject the visa, but that is not a prayer. We pray everybody succeed in whatsoever thing he or she is doing, all right? So that is what you should understand. Again, know the city in which your university is. If you are going to Warsaw, to Wrocław, Poznan, Krakow, all right, Szczecin, Warszawa, know all of these places in Poland. If your university is found in Warsaw, make sure you know it and know the neighbors around, the cities around your own city, all right? Because you can be asked where your university is located, all right? They may ask you the city because they know that you may not be able to know the address, but they can ask you some of these things. So try to know them as well, all right? So that you do not fall into issues. Again, if your program, for example, is management or business management, economics, accountancy, finance, know that you can be asked to define these terms. What is economics? What is finance? What is management? What is business administration? Be able to defend these terms, because especially if you are a master's degree student, because they know that you already did something like this in your bachelor's level, all right? If they look at your CV, remember, you have your documents before them. They will go through your transcript to see. If they notice that you have done something related to that, they will obviously ask you a question. They can ask you a question like that to defend yourself by saying, define this term, all right? Because they already know you are going for the program. So you should be able to define yourself, to define what you are going to study. All right, because if you wake me from sleep and ask me what environmental science is, I can defend myself. Or if you ask me what geology is, I can defend myself, because these are things I have studied in school. All right, so you should be able to know some of these things in case you are asked. They shouldn't shock you. All right, because sometimes I understand when you go to the embassy, sometimes you will be shivering, you are under temperature. All right, you may have goosebumps and stuff like that, but it is not war. All right, the embassy is usually very friendly, especially if it's your first time. Know that things do happen. You can get acceptance, you can get rejections, it doesn't matter, but defend yourself like a fighter. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. Now, again, if you are going to a country like Poland, know where the address of your accommodation is. Where you are going to be studying, to be staying, know where it is. If you are living on campus, know the building, all right, the name. If you are living off campus, make sure you know the house owner's name, the person who signed you the contract. Make sure you know, because remember, these documents, you are giving them to the visa official. They may ask you back, and the documents will not be with you. So you should be able to know these petty things that are related to your studies, because if you fail to defend yourself, remember, the visa will be given to you only based on what you told the embassy. All right, only based on what you told the embassy and their documents. If your documents are all okay, they see that they are okay, and you answer yourself well, you answer the questions very well, of course they are going to give you, because there is no need rejecting someone who is brilliant, all right, who have proven to be above what he is going to study. So make sure you defend yourself very well. Again, one of the last questions that you can get, if you have some courses, let me say the courses you are going to be studying have been broken down into semesters. First semester for winter, second semester for spring. Your courses are divided like that. Make sure you know which courses you are going to start, especially when you land in Poland, because you will get questions like that. Maybe the visa official will say, can you list 2 courses that you will be studying during the first semester? All these informations like this are found on the course website or the university site, all right? You should check them. Before you go to the embassy, know everything about your course. I hope this video is going to help you people, or all of us, because on this channel, we are talking only things that will help international students, all right? So I hope you know. Now, again, there is something. Pay attention to your proof of funds, because a lot of students get rejections based on their proof of funds, all right? You should try to get a sponsor from home. Don't get a sponsor from abroad, all right? Things do change. The law may change, but again, get a sponsor from home and know everything related to the sponsor, all right? Get the sponsorship letter, legalize them. There are videos on my channel. I talked about how you can disprove yourself, or prove that you have money to take care of yourself, all right? But do not fail to know everything about the sponsor when you get to the embassy. I hope this video helps someone. If it does, please, like I said, always share my videos and like them, all right? Subscribe to my channel, because this is what is going to encourage me to do more videos. I hope you understand, all right? Thank you so much. Until we meet again in another one.